What's happening, YouTube? Coming to give you another update. Sitting in a construction yard, getting ready to pull a load for Landstar, and I got a bunch of shit out in front of the trailer. Like I don't even know how I'm gonna pick it up or what. But it's a flatbed load. It's already secured down, but I'm gonna go over there and touch it all up and make sure everything's secured properly. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about the market some more. Something's really bothering me. Like, as a trader, I expect, some two-sided action, some up and down action. You know, Still, I wanted to trend up, of course. Like, I don't want nobody's business to go bankrupt or nothing like that, because once the stock hits like $5-6, they're pretty much bankrupt. But at the same time, there is supposed to be that healthy pullback action and head back up higher, etc., etc. And I just kind of feel like the guys from The Big Short. Like, if any of you guys ever want to get a idea of what's happening right now in the market, and even with Bitcoin, like watch the movie The Big Short. There's only a couple people that really understand trading and what's going on to really see what's happening. But at the same time, it's hard not to take advantage of it. And basically, long story short, I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you, but what happens in the movie is like a few guys realize that there's a real estate bubble. Like, everybody else is participating in it, don't give a fuck about nothing. Because they making money, they don't have the job or the income to sustain the house that they're buying, but they bought it anyway, and now they're selling it at a higher price because that's just what happens, right? And got to put myself to on duty. So a couple guys finally realize it, and then they start shorting. Like, they start buying like all the REITs, real estate investment trusts, and I think the treasury bonds, that, because I think the government was, if I remember correctly, the government was supporting or backing these bank funded loans for the housing bubble. And like anybody, you give them an inch, they take a mile. And basically, all these houses you kept getting these subprime housing loans, and like the prices just kept inflating, but nobody could really afford these, but you were still giving out houses to people that couldn't afford them. And eventually that bubble burst. But like, these guys that figured out what happened, maybe a couple years earlier, and they started shorting because they thought, maybe we can make some money off of this, right? And they started shorting the real estate market through the stock market. And like, they were getting their asses kicked for a long time, like years, dude, before people actually caught on and figured out, well, wait a minute, something's wrong. Same thing going on with the stock market. You got all of these mutual fund investors and brokers that are coming out of broker school but don't know how to fucking trade. Like, when I was in college, like, if you look way back in my videos, my camera was fucking up, but I had a future investment banker. I was interviewing him. He worked for Northwestern Mutual, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. And like, I couldn't really. I'm mad that the video messed up, because I was asking him basic questions that any trader should know. Like, what are your deltas? Meaning, how long are you the market? What are your beta wave deltas? Meaning, what is your portfolio? How long are you in your portfolio relative to the S&P 500? Because that's the benchmark. You dig? How do you trade volatility? Like, and all he did was tell me, oh, well, you just buy calls. You buy calls. and diversify. Like, those are the two main fucking things. You buy calls and diversify. Well, what the fuck does diversify mean? Like, how can you justify diversification by purchasing an index fund, which is supposed to be a basket of stocks to so-called protect you? Like, that index fund is created full of a basket of stocks, but if the main stocks that are driving those indexes, like the Dow Jones, if Apple, what drives the Dow Jones? Apple, Facebook, I think, Amazon, and no, that might be the S&P 500. I know for a fact that Apple's in the Dow Jones. I want to say like GE, Microsoft, shit like that. Like the big ones, the ones that make up the larger percentage of the market cap. If those fall, it don't matter what the fuck else the rest of them little bastards doing. Like, the whole index fund that you so called say is diversified is gonna crash to hell. Like, come on, man. Like, I can't be the only one seeing this. And like, the people that I learned how to trade from, like, they're natural contrarians, so they're used to fighting the tape. But me, like, my money ain't long like that. I can't fight the tape for years and years and years. I gotta make me some bread, bro. Like, naturally I'm a contrarian because I want that two-sided action, but at the same time, you just cannot fight the tape. No matter how many stock trading books that you read and all that shit, one thing is consistent. They always say, do not fight the tape. And that's what I've been doing, man. And like, all the small little losses that I had, like, I didn't pretty much made up in almost a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's so easy. All you got to do is buy the S&P 500, the Russell 2000, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You know, all you got to do is buy ETFs, and like, look what the fuck happens, bro. $60. And I just showed y'all a portfolio update, yesterday? And I opened Dow Jones Industrial Average yesterday also, and it's already up $12. Like, I can see this becoming a problem because people will go get a little bit of money or get a loan and just buy calls, right? And then, you think your shit don't stink and you the best trader ever because the stock price went up and you made a little bit of money. When really, this is just a low volatility environment. The stock market has went parabolic, and like, there's just a firestorm of things that have come together to make this perfect storm, to where this market is just really easy just to buy volatility. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a volatility seller. I like to be short premium, which is why I've been getting fucked up for a while. But like, I'm almost back to even. Or no, I'm above even. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm above even. So, like, my whole thing is, man, just be careful. I'ma always be short this market. And, but the thing is, like, I gotta be long. You know what I'm saying? Like, the market's really not giving me a choice right now. Like, I guess I'm gonna be long this shit until shown otherwise, but I'm gonna always be waiting for my opportunity to short. Like, I'm gonna use these indexes and buy premium to cover some of my short positions, because fuck that. I'm shorting Apple, Facebook, what else is one? Amazon. I'm gonna try and short these stocks here pretty soon. Like, I may short one at a time. Like, I may have 1, 2, 3. I got 4 long premium positions, and long the market. But I'm gonna use those to finance one short position and one stock, one short premium and one short premium and short the stock position. And there is a difference. So I just wanted to show y'all that, you know, like I guess it's a humble brag, but I'm really saying like this is abnormal market conditions. Like it really shouldn't be as easy. I made like $90 in 2 days, bro, and this shit's not even done. And we should really be worried about this shit. We shouldn't be celebrating, especially with interest rates held at artificially low levels for so long. Like the correlation between gold and the SPY was an inverse relationship. Like if I'm making money in the S&P 500, I should not be making money in gold. Um, Same thing with the S&P 500 and Treasury bonds. Like shit's really not making sense right now, y'all. So if y'all a trader out there, just be safe. Remember, get the money while it's there. But at the same time, just don't 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 get the irrational exuberance, because this shit is really abnormal, and it's been abnormal for like 5-6 years. Deuces. It's money, baby.